And I've been listening to stuff on the brain. I've been enthralled in it, as they say. So I've been watching all these YouTube videos about these barnacles, and they're terrible. That's all I got to say about these barnacles. They're the worst things I've ever seen. Even the bees can go in the barnacles. I don't know. Our wildlife is just under siege. Anybody that puts their dog outside with all this going on is crazy. They really are. Or their cat. There's all kinds of stuff going on out there. And it's terrible, all of it. So, I guess please don't put your dog or cat outside, is what I'm saying, because it terrifies me, all of this that I'm seeing it. Over here, of all places. I think this would be safe, but no, not at all. Alright, I'm gonna go start and I'm gonna start getting my little poster board here. I'm gonna sketch out a Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna do something constructive with my day. I'm one of those people that gotta keep busy. But yeah, the outside just looks terrifying. And now they're bringing back dire wolves, so what? They can get barnacles too. It's frightening. All this stuff going on in the world. I don't know if it's. I guess these barnacles are a real thing. And it truly is terrifying. But these animals have a hard time, I would think. Alright. Oh, hello. I was looking at some barnacle videos again. I was just trying to come on here. I don't know if you guys are terrified by these barnacles. They go anywhere. That's the thing. And then I was watching this stuff about the brain for hours. I wasn't come on earlier, but I got so enthralled in the brain studies. It really had me thinking. They say that you don't really know what reality is when your brain is here. And then they're talking about sleep talking, and and then I was listening to the neurophysicist, and they were talking about the brain. And I guess now and then I was watching some space stuff, and they're trying to figure out who owns space. And I guess a lot of the stuff when they blow up satellites are like we got garbage problems in space now. Because I guess there was something that hit the space station not too long ago, and it was a piece of plastic from just from something they blew up in space. I mean, it is terrifying. It really is. But I'm gonna do Mickey Mouse because my friends keep telling me their kids want anything Disney, so I might as well take a break from Winnie the Pooh. But these barnacles are truly terrifying. They had a little kitten they had barnacles all over them. I mean, don't let your dogs go outside. I mean, I'm serious. I did. It looks terrifying out there for them. Anybody that puts their animal outside they're crazy. Oh, I love science. Love it. Yeah, I already knew about the one brain study. They were talking about that one guy. I think it was in 100 years. No, it couldn't be 100 years ago, but I forgot when it was, but it was at least 30, 40 years ago, where he was in a mining accident and the rod went through his brain. I remember that from psychology, studying that. And they thought he was okay, but it went through the frontal lobe, which has our emotions. And I guess he got abusive with his wife, and he would go to the bar and start a lot of fights and things like that. I already knew about that study, but these barnacles truly terrify me. I cannot believe they're a thing. And they were brought in by cargo ships. And I'm looking, and they leave these big gaping holes like honeycombs everywhere. It's terrifying. I don't know why we're not on. We're worried about all this other stuff in the world and COVID. I think barnacles should have been the top of our list. Personally, if I was a world leader, we'd be trying to get rid of the barnacles or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like you see it. They had a depiction. Oh, I got a picture of Mickey Mouse here. I like to get the expressions when they do that. But I don't know. I just be looking at this and telling my brother, I go, these have to be fake. And he goes, no, they really are barnacles. And then these strange things on people's heads. This one guy had just all these things all over his head, just gaping holes all over his head. And it's crazy and terrifying. I don't understand how the world got so terrifying. I'm glad I don't leave my apartment that often but to go to work. That's all I know. This elbow's all crazy looking. So I gotta start over here. Yeah. Well, not her son. I don't know. They have so many damn kids. It could be their daughter's son. I don't know. But I got the Winnie Pooh's done. And then Kristen, my friend Kristen, she has like 3 girls and they love anything Disney. I just been with these guys for so long. I keep saying I'm gonna find another job and I never do. One of those things. You've been with somewhere like a decade. All of a sudden that's just the way it is. You just can't leave. The crazy thing is they just fire anybody else. I'd be doing whatever. Sometimes I don't care. These residents be acting crazy, and I'll just tell them about themselves. Especially if you're trying to help them and they're acting like insane idiots. And they do. Because they don't care who else you got to take care of. And sometimes their family members are like that. They don't care who you have to change or get to. They don't care who has to eat or who doesn't have to eat. They want us to stop and not even give people food. And I just tell them, if state was here, this would not be allowed. And I continue on. I just don't care. But that's just me. I'm just the friendly a-hole that works there. And I am, sometimes. And my friends know it. I'm going to lightly sketch this because because my friend Sharon, that famous artist that has Alzheimer's, told me to start to doing light sketches. Apparently, her trying to teach me art makes her happy. So, And his one finger is moving this way. So we'll just see how her ideas are going. But yeah, I don't know if you guys seen these disturbing barnacle videos, but they really upset me a lot. Because they're it's truly horrifying what these polar bears and everything have to go through. They're already almost going damn extinct. That's the crazy thing about it. And now the polar bears, on top of almost being extinct, now they got to worry about barnacles all over them. And then they have these rescue teams in the Arctic. And then they had a lady in a bikini, which I think that one was crazy because, yeah. But yeah, I'll give you a reading, Kron. They have this lady in a bikini with this polar bear take her barnacles off. Why would you go in a bikini with barnacles? I would have like the suit I had when I was in a COVID bubble, looking like I was in a zombie apocalypse. If it was me, I'm just saying. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but if it was me, that'd be it for me. I'd be like, I wouldn't want to be contaminated. And this lady just sitting there, all pretty in her bikini, and it's like, are you serious? I think they They got to be over exaggerating these barnacles. If they're not, everybody's stark mad doing it in their damn bikini. I mean, come on now. If somebody looks infected or got blood all over them and stuff, you're going to have a damn bodysuit. I'm just saying. This is just the medical in me coming out. I mean, when somebody's all poopy and stuff, I'd be double gloved. I'm not trying to sit there and get contaminated myself, and if those barnacles can get all over that polar bear while you're trying to save the polar bear and you're in a damn bikini, they're going to get on you too. I don't know. Everybody tells me everything on the internet's not real, but all I gotta say is wow. That's it. Just wow. 'Cause that's crazy. And I do mean nuts. I hope I got this hand right. Okay, you want to know what's coming in my life, my love life. You really want a good love life, don't you, Karat? I would always, when I was getting divorced and all that the first time, I was glad not to have a love life. I'm just saying. You should ride out life and enjoy it while you can. Once you end up having a kid and everything, they just bother you. My kids now, I don't know if I told you, well, I didn't tell you guys yet. My son's having a little girl. Not a little girl, he's having, I don't know what he's having yet, but he has this baby shower planned. And he wants to parade me around like a show pony. And it's going to be $10,000 baby shower. Her family paid 10 grand for this baby shower. Who has a baby shower that's 10 grand? Their wedding was like over 20,000. I'm just like, I think they're just they're mad. They don't even own a house, but they're taking all this money for a baby shower and that. I don't get it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they do exist. You don't see them and they're in the water. Yeah, let's find out what's going on in Karan's love life first. Well, I don't know. Maybe this someone we need to do something with the water. I mean, if Trump's doing all this with tariffs and all that, maybe he could declare war on these barnacles because something needs to go on. Now the animals can't go in the water. It's sad. These things are everywhere. They attach to everything. All these different sea life. I don't know. And the dire wolves. They actually cloned a dire wolf. They took it from a gray wolf, and they did some gene splicing, and they have two, and they're feeding them, and they plan to try to bring back a woolly mammoth. We're having a modern day. We're having a real life Jurassic Park around here. I don't know. They start doing that and bring back all this other stuff. We may be extinct. And they even mentioned about the ecosystem because I was watching World News and they actually did it and showed the baby dire wolves. And I get it, gene splicing can be good for certain things, but I don't think you should bring back extinct species. But that's just me. Alright, Karan, you got a full moon in Aquarius, and this just means showing the world who you are. Then you got new moon in Scorpio, and this just means you got a lot of fears about things going on in your life. Probably not being married. And then you got a new moon in Sagittarius talking about luck. I mean, I see an opportunity, but I mean, when this happens and the spirits want it to happen is when it's going to happen. So I would just hang tight and just try to manifest it if that's what you really want. So, alright, and now you want, yeah, Anala, and that's just me. Can I ask, am I on Faith Mind? Does she miss me? Okay, is this, oh, you're welcome. It's gonna come when they want you to have somebody. This is how these kind of energies run. I mean, hopefully your husband's doesn't go in the water and get barnacles all over him like these poor polar bears. Because I don't think I'm ever getting in the water again. I'm good. But, okay, is this Faith like your girlfriend or something? I could do a energy reading on her, but I can't really tell you if she misses you. I mean, it would be nice if she did, but you just never know. Well, let me see here. Alright, the energy on Faith is she's in a new moon. And that just talks about new starts, which is always good to have. And then she's surrounded by a first quarter moon, which talks about commitment being tested. And then a new moon in Gemini, which just talks about communication. I see her moving on to other things in her life and exciting new things. And I see, and I want to say the first quarter moon represents you, and new moon in Gemini just represents what they want, what the spirits want her to do, which is communication, one way or another. I see a new start or opportunity, and she could either leave you behind or go forward. I mean, sometimes when we miss people, depending on the age, you really evaluate if that's who you want to be with your whole life. So you got about a 50-50 on that one. Oh, wow. 3 new subscribers. All at once? Wow. Thank you. Alright, you want to know the actions for Harshita. Okay, is this like in a romance sector? Or like... Alright, hang on. Alright, let me get to this Harshita. Alright, you want to know the next actions. Let me try to get the... Let me try to get an energy on her. Alright. Okay. And it's mixed toe. Or MIX and... Oh, you want to know the next actions towards you. Okay, got you. Alright. This is all in a new moon in Sagittarius, and this just talks about looking at a bigger picture. Like when you're just like beyond the situation type thing. And then there's a new moon in Leo that's surrounding your situation with Harshita, and a full moon in Leo. And a new moon in Leo just talks about confidence. So there's low self-confidence with this person, and a full moon in Leo also. And this just talks about somebody with an ego, kind of thinking they're better than the situation and pushing things aside. I think this person is just stuck in a where they think they could do better type thing. I'm picking up, and they're looking at their own self-worth. So I would literally just let this go. You really don't want to be with an egotistical person, because they just aren't the nicest people to have a relationship with. So, alright. Now, what about this texting? Okay, hang on. Alright, I got that. That Artesia lady is very egotistical. Alright. And then Ashima. Oh, you've been on here before. And she'll contact me by herself currently. Oh, well. I'm sorry you're not talking. Oh, about... And that's Ashuman. I'm sorry about the no contact. That does suck. It really does. Let me see what her energy field is. Because I can't pick up... No one could pick up anybody's thoughts. Especially after everything I learned about the brain today watching Nova videos on YouTube. Alright. You got a wax crescent moon on her, and this is talking about faith. in dreams. That's where she's at in her energy field. So she's trying to pursue. This person is trying to pursue her dreams. So I don't think she's really thinking romantically at all. And then she's surrounded by a full moon of Capricorn, and it's just the end of like a tough cycle where she felt trauma and she's trying to adjust her life. And then they got a fixed. She has a fixed moon also with holding vision. I don't see this person with anyone, but they kind of want to be alone, all the same. So maybe when they find themselves, they might contact. I don't know. I mean that's just a big question in the universe there. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it does suck. I'm not picking up she's talking to anybody else. I think she's just trying to pursue her dreams and stuff. So that's all I'm picking up. I mean, maybe once she goes and pursues a couple dreams or goes to school or whatever she's doing. I mean, a lot of my friends are going to nursing school and they keep asking me if I want to, and there's a hell to the no with that. I can't barely handle residents. They get on my last damn nerve sometimes. And I think that's just my way. That's God's way of telling me I need to stay where I'm at until other pursuits come. Maybe live streaming. Who knows? Maybe it will be live streaming. I don't know. One can only hope. That or maybe phlebotomy. That would be nice too. I wouldn't mind. I think I could. I got a way of getting under people's skin. Maybe I could go take their blood. Now that I wouldn't mind. Phlebotomy is only like $900 to go to school for that, so I'm not worried about it too much. Okay, I did this whole bridge to his face completely wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna have a reading, Sophia. Why I'm struggling with Mickey Mouse over here. Maybe I need Walt Disney to help me. Since they have him freeze dried over here in Florida. They really do. Walt Disney, I don't know, I forgot what he died of, some kind of cancer, but they got him freeze dried. I call it freeze dried. He's cryo freezed. This is the actual fact. His son was very protective over his dad's body. Well, ambitious girls. I mean, Ashima, that's not bad. I mean, ambition's good. I mean, we're in an age where women or men can make a really good amount of money. I mean, if she ends up, you guys get together and have a baby, at least there'll be money for the baby. If both parties are working, I mean, it's not the 40s anymore. Only, where you could just stay home and one person can make a ton of money. So ambition is good. At least she's not my daughter-in-law that wants to stay home and have my son do all the work. But I guess that when your family has a bunch of money, it doesn't matter. But I don't want to be a damn show pony at this baby shower, but I guess I will have to be. All right, you can have a reading, Sophia. How does a reactor feel after I texted him? I can't tell you how he reacted, but I can get an energy field on it. Oh, I don't know about glowing, Carl. I'm upset about barnacles, okay? I'm terrified of going in the water right now, is where I'm at. Alright. Alright, now what the heck here? Alright, oh, there, the texter. Alright. Alright, that person that you texted, they're in a gibbous moon, and they're trying to work towards goals. So, I don't think it's anything romantic either. Not at all. It's just like a personal goal type thing. And they're surrounded by a full moon and a new moon in Pisces. And this just talks about taking their troubles and getting rid of their troubles. They got a lot of stuff on their mind, pretty much. You know, in layman's terms. And then there's a new moon in Pisces surrounding that person, and this just talks about meditating and contemplating, which means, in layman's terms, reevaluating their life. It looks to me like if I mean, I'm in my 50s, but I think, you know, almost like they're in a midlife crisis, but obviously they're not. Type thing. Because I've been there. I've been in that midlife crisis. Now I just don't give a damn anymore. One day I'm just going to drop dead and hopefully the barnacles don't get me because they're terrifying and I don't like them at all. I don't know. Maybe I wish Stephen Hawking was around. Maybe there was a way he can get rid of these barnacles. He can make big wheelchairs and everything else, but my friend is dead. Alright, and this is sexy. I don't know what that is. Sexy girl 25. Will Kay and I reconcile things between us romantically in the month? I will see the energy field on that, but in the end, it's that person. So, you gotta remember this. I mean, they got their life to live, and if you believe in reincarnation and then go and die and start all over again, and if they're with you in the next life, they are or they aren't. But these are things that happen through life, but we will see if you will reconcile. Alright, you got, in that energy field, there's a lot of Leos. The main energy is in New Moon in Leo. And this talks about confidence. So this person has low self-confidence. And that's why they're not successful in their endeavors that they're trying to execute. And then there's a full moon in Sagittarius surrounding this person that just lets them know that there's more out there, which pretty much says they have an ego. I like to call it the ego card because some people think their shit doesn't stink. And then there's a full moon in Leo surrounding your person and talking about pride getting in their way and stuff. I guess if they get over themselves, they may reconcile, but who knows when that's going to happen. It seems like they're very in their head right now to me. And they think that the world kind of revolves around them. And believe you me, the world does not revolve around any of us. This world is scary and spooky. And every day it even terrifies me more. It's insane. I walked outside trying to take Chong out for a little quick walk, and my one neighbor had his dog off leash again. Crazy ass. Yeah, I already did yours. Sexy girl. Sexy Gina. I'm sorry. Sexy Gina. I already did yours. They're being very egotistical right now. And they think they could do better. So, until they get over that phase, I don't see that person reconciling. An ego is not a good thing to have. It's not. That's why when you do the magic mushrooms and stuff, the first thing you get is ego death. So, and it helps you as a person not to have an ego death, to have that ego death, because nobody needs an ego. Because none of us are special. None of us. Even though you go to church and they say that everybody's special in the eyes of God, possibly, but that just means everybody is. So that means you're not the most special. So either way, even if you go by church things, no one's special. Oh, hello, Shift Team. I don't know. I wish I could come in over here with nicknames. I would have all kinds of crazy stuff. I really would. I would have stuff just to mess with people. It would. I would just do that just because I'm just a practical joker. I love joking around. I don't like to be serious. Some people love being serious. I do not like it. Not at all. All I am is I like to have fun. I really do. Alright, I'm going to lightly sketch this since I'm going to be seeing Sharon probably Friday. Up in the bed asking me if I'm getting her up, because I'll be over there giving Sheena a shower and she'll be getting insane. This resident drives me damn nuts. And then of course they always every stinking one of them every stinking one of them want a painting. Let's just put it that way. Every single one. And I think executing that up to the head is just going to be too tight. I'm going to take out the hand because I'm not going to have enough room for his ears. And Kirsten has to have 3 kids, not just 1, 3. The crazy thing is her baby's daddies he got on crack. So she's going to school for nursing now. And she's only going to school for nursing because she needs money. And I think that's the worst reason to be in the medical field. I'm just saying. I feel that if you want to be in the medical field, it should be because you actually like people. We're getting a rash of nurses now that really don't give a crap about people. I'm just saying. I'm putting this out there. I don't know if it's going on where you guys are, but every new aid we get, because I'm state tested, so by the state of Ohio, but every single aid we're getting has attitude. They're treating these residents like crap, and these guys pay like $80,000 a year to stay at a nursing home, and that's a lot of money. And they get snotty people that are on the phone all the time. They've been firing people a lot. And all I have to say is it's sad. I just don't understand why people just can't want to be in medical because they like people. I do have lipstick on. I put a different color on. I got it from Amazon, of course, Carl. I get everything from Amazon. I don't even like going to the store anymore. So, that's where I'm at in my life. And I'm practically an albino too, so that doesn't help. And when I go in the sun, I burn and get sun poisoning and peel and go back to white. And not just regular white, like ivory, this white. So that's how it is. I always told my friends I'm like I zombie. That zombie lady that has like no color. This is where I'm at in the world. It's crazy, but yeah. But other people can tan and do all this other stuff, not me. So Carl, if you could tan, be happy with it. I'm trying to get his elbow over. I have such problems with proportions. I really do. Alright. But yeah, I don't like how these new nurses and stuff coming in. They just have attitude. They really do. They get on their phone and they just don't care. Some of them tell off the residents. It's crazy. If you're paying 80,000 a year to stay somewhere, I don't think people should be getting snotty with you. Just saying. I think you should. They should at least be nice, and I do all the little crap they want. It's just when they start cussing at me and being crazy that I'd be like, I'm heating up your food. I'm doing this, and then they'll tell me they hate me, and then they're really nice. But sometimes that's how they are. They're old, but at least I'm nice about it. Some of these nurses, when they see me heating up this lady's food because she cusses everyone out, they're like, "I'm not heating up their food if you're not here." And it's like, who cares? They just want you to heat up their food. I did literally. I wasn't listening to all her terrorist demands. I call her Sparkles because I'd be real sarcastic because she's crazy, and I'm not. And she used to be a paramedic. Is the crazy thing. She won't get up out of her bed. She did get up out of her bed for the eclipse for me, the really good one, because when it came over Northern America, it went by my nursing home, and we had a really good view of it, real good view. And I kept telling her you should come out. I don't know if I want to, and acting crazy and shit. And I said, well, good, you could stay right up over there. And I started gathering up everyone else. All of a sudden, when Miss Sparkles starts coming out asking when I'm getting her. But this is life. This is my life because I've been with these guys for so long. But I think she's afraid of dying, honestly. I think that's like the main thing. She went to the hospital and they wanted to change her code status. And she was a paramedic. She knows. She just does not want to do it. And the thing is, we all gonna die. If you could die, if you know you could change your code status and die in a good way, go ahead and do it. I mean, why not? What else you got going on in your life? If you're gonna die, you're gonna die. But she's afraid. Then we got another one that's already been on a respirator and all that. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't have any children, and she was never married either. So I don't know what she's waiting for. If it was me, I'd be like, when, where, and how are we dying? Because I'm ready. But apparently she's not ready. I think she's just afraid to die. That's what we're all talking about at work. She won't change her co-status and all this. Oh, today it's Mickey Mouse. Because Kristen said that her kids like all of Disney. So, and their dad is a crack addict, so I figure I owe her that. But yes, I don't understand. I love her. I've been with Margarita. I call her her name's Margarita. I call her Margarita. She's the biggest pain in the ass I've ever seen in my life, but I love her anyways. And the thing is, I don't know what she's afraid of. It's like, and she wants to eat these chips. She has an entire bag of chips, and I'm talking a big garbage bag in her room of chips. And she literally stopped eating because she wanted to be with. She wanted these chips so damn bad. So the deal went. So Connie goes in there. No big deal. She's going in there trying to tell her, well, if you want all your chips, that's fine. Change your code status, and we don't give a shit what you eat. She don't want to do it. So Connie was like, I don't know what to tell you because she's on puree. She has a fee. She'd be going to Mr. Hero and all this stuff, and she has her one friend's husband used to always come visit her. She had this friend lady that would come visit her and bring her all kinds of stuff, which isn't a big deal. It's nice. And after she died, her friend had a heart attack. Her husband was coming over to, because he missed his wife and he knew that they were friends, so he started buying her food and stuff and coming in, and I think they just had a lot of money in. Their kids were grown and stuff, so he would just come and buy margarita, whatever she wanted. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But, like we told her, change your code status. Eat Mr. Hero, eat whatever you want. Because we are for a liable, like if I was to let her have any of those damn chips and she had about 100 bags. 100. I'm sitting there cleaning this room, asking her, and then I told her because someone offered me cake, because all the residents' families always try to feed us and stuff. So I didn't want the cake. Ever since my jaw surgery, I just haven't. I just eat healthy stuff, and that's it. I'm not really into all like a bunch of food anymore. It's sad. Baby gums. I call it the baby gum syndrome. And it really is baby gums. Of course, my nurse friends all said, "Oh, it's your body retraining itself." I was like, "Yeah, it's my body saying you ate crap for so much years. That's it. We're going healthy. That's what that is." But beyond that, Miss Margarita over here, I don't know, maybe when I go back to work she'll be out of the hospital, but most of my life is around these residents. I've been taking care of Marguerite, God, for 10 years now. 10 years. I don't know. I'm going to be sad when the Margarita's not there. That's all I got to say. I even was trying to offer her cake and stuff, and she just wants these damn chips. I ended up bringing some home because it's like they were going to throw them away, and I just felt bad. I was giving them to her roommate. I don't know. It's that humanitarian in me. But I'm really going to miss her, even though she's been the biggest pain in the ass of in my life. But I'm going to miss her. I think we always miss certain people, You think you hate them, and then they go to die, and then everybody surrounds them. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Honestly. I think that's what upsets me because I don't want her to die on me like that. I don't want her to die choking on a potato chip, but I'd like her to die in a happy way. And stuck in a respirator and stuff is it's just not happy. It really is not. That's what's going to end up happening to her. And then then my nurse friends were telling me that there's nothing you could do about it. It's what she wants to do, and she's waiting at the hospital to come back. I guess to die, and she won't even get to die eating her chips. So I don't know. I'm just very sad. I do get way attached. My ex-husband said I always got too attached to my residents. But the way I look at it is you take care of someone for so long. You're bathing them and this and that. You're going to grow a bond with people unless you're a total ass. And I'm not, so of course I'm going to have my favorites. Even though she likes to harass me, sometimes they like to harass the people they love the most. And they really do. This is how residents are. I know one of my paintings I gave to Gigi. We call her Gigi. Her name's Gina. And of course, she's an ex-nurse, so when us medical people are in the hospital, we are the worst patients. When I was in the hospital, I was the worst patient. Because you know what they're going to do. You know the procedure. You know everything. So you're questioning them. That's what you do. Alright, I got this so far. Hitting his head down here. It kind of looked complicated, but it doesn't seem so bad. Maybe they're right about this brain thing. On Nova, they said if you just let your brain take over, you can accomplish great things. This is what they said. So, I figured I'm going to do like Nova did. Instead of worrying about how I'm going to execute it and it looks kind of hard, I'm just going to keep going. Because if there's a whole YouTube video about this kind of stuff, then and those horrible barnacles exist, maybe they're right about this too. So that's what I'm doing, just letting it roll over, just like they have a Nova, like all the physicists were saying, and the neurosurgeons. I don't know, it's crazy. I always say I want to be a nurse, but I'd be watching all these people with cysts and cyst removals. I'd be watching the nastiest stuff. It's always about like a cyst or this or that. I love Dr. Pimple. Love her. I think she's on YouTube too. I know she's huge on TikTok and she's everywhere. I love this doctor. I love this surgeon. Love her. And I just love how she just gets up there, and most of the stuff aren't pimples. They call her Dr. Pimple, but most of the stuff she has are cysts. They're literally cysts. So that is a fact. Alright. I'm gonna write this down here. Let's do it like that. What's that table? But yeah. Hopefully tomorrow goes good. I'm sure that it won't be horrible. a little groove right here. I like to do things that aren't medical sometimes. I do get burnt out from it. I don't think I'll ever be free from medical. They told me unless I become famous on YouTube, they're not. Do I drink? I used to, but I really don't anymore. I just I be drinking supplements and stuff, especially after my whole jaw thing where I got that huge infection. I've I've got down to basics. My body really doesn't accept things like that anymore. Sadly. I don't know why. I think that's our body's process because after being on antibiotics for close to a damn month, I don't know, for medical people they really try to go above and beyond. They really do. I don't know why. Even through COVID, when they weren't doing anything for no one else, if there was a nurse or an aide or something, they were knocking themselves out to get us healthy. Because I guess who's going to take care of the crazies if you're not around? But ever since they did that $50,000 surgery, I haven't even had the craving for it. It took away every one of my cravings. I don't really eat sweets no more. I just eat these protein packed foods and that's it. That's probably why I'm addicted to drawing every day and arts and crafts because I got really nothing else going on. I don't really eat like I used to, so you have your mind focused on other things. And I guess it's not terrible. The other day I had a cigarette at work with my friend and she's like, oh, I don't want to contribute to all your health problems. And I'm just like, you're not contributing to my health problem having a cigarette once in a while. And I can have that one cigarette and I just don't want it anymore. I could have it once in a while and I don't really want to even buy a pack. And I smoked for 10 years, cigarettes. I don't know how people get addicted to all these drugs. I have done drug rehab. I have, but I don't understand why you would want to even entertain that in your life. It seems like it gets you absolutely nowhere. And I mean, to me, I just don't understand, but probably because I've just never been a drug addict, so. I don't even like to take stuff the doctors actually want me to take. I actually went on these supplements, that mushroom complex. And just because I got tired of the antibiotics, I got real tired of antibiotics. Because you can get C. diff from a lot of antibiotics. And I was like, they kept putting me on, and I just was like, I'm not trying to come to work shitting myself. Because that stuff you'll poop and you won't be able to control it. So I went on the supplements and I stopped taking these pills the doctor gave me because I gotta work. I mean, I got my little bills. How am I supposed to afford my poster board and stuff? And my dog eats this blue wilderness. Well, yeah, I do like to have fun, but yeah, he's built blue wilderness, and that's expensive. Sometimes it's like $50 a bag. I was gonna get him King Canine. My one friend, she has a full blown German Shepherd, not a mix like me. She gets hers King Canine, and it's supposed to be real good food. And I was pricing that out for Chong. That's $100, $110 a bag. So I was like, but Blue Wilderness about 50. So I go with that, and then of course they got the cats. They got Blue Wilderness for the cats too. So between his food with my Amazon Prime and the cats Blue Wilderness, it cost me like $80 because I get it cheaper. And I do promote Amazon Prime. If you're gonna order anything on Amazon, it's so much easier to get Prime because sometimes you can get 80% off. And I am addicted to Amazon Prime. I really am. I just look at Chong and he lets me know when the Amazon guys coming all the time. And in a lot of and they have wholesome foods too. So you don't even really have to worry about going to the store. So I know that they say that we need go to the stores to support the businesses, but I can't stand going in a store and seeing and dealing with the people in it. I have issues with that, Carl. I have a lot of issues with the store people. I just go ahead and order all my shit off online and that's it. I can't look at that one lady when you're trying to check out that it has a million stuff and bother the hell out of you. I can't do it. I'll be saying something stupid that I really mean. So that's where I'm at with this whole store business. Because people annoy me. Animals, I vibe with them. I'm good with animals. I love the animals. People, not so much. I feel people have conscious thought and we do so many horrible things. I don't think sometimes some of us that roam the earth should be here. But that's just me because I feel that some people are just horrible in general. Maybe that damn Sharon was right. I'm actually done and it's only it's been an hour. She said it'll get easier as I go along. I don't know. Maybe after she dies, we'll get another famous artist. That's what I told my one nurse friend. Laugh out loud. She was like, I was like, I thought when Tom Denny died, that was gonna be it. But and that's who I really learned and started sketching with because he's a famous sketch artist. Famous. His presence will be missed. Let's just put that way. He did Albert Einstein. It's in. He left it at his family left at the nursing home when he passed away, and it is gorgeous. It looks exactly like Albert Einstein, like portrait wise, and it's with paints and sketches, both. And he's the one that was bothering me about you could draw, go on, Michelle, you could draw, you're good. And I'd be getting him up. I'm like, Tom, I cannot draw. And he's like, yeah, you can try. And he started getting sick, so I started trying. And then I thought after he died it was over, but no. And then there's another famous artist, I find her. And she keeps saying you could do kids drawings and you should write a kids book. Yeah, I probably could make a kids book. I can write. I have some good shorts out. I've been trying to do inspirationals. I'm trying to be competitive with the big fishes around here. I know I'm not Wiz Khalifa. I'm not. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm okay with it. It is not bad. I'm proud of myself. Mickey is not that bad. I've been trying to challenge myself with facial expressions. Realistic facial expressions because these can be one of the most difficult in drawing. And Tom was always trying to get me to where I could do this. And this is kind of where he prevailed, and that's how he was able to do his Thomas Edison and everything because he was just that good. He was like one of the best artists of our time. And we most of my residents, honestly, they do have money. That's why we're not hurting for business because you have to have a certain insurance and everything else before you come to us. And that's probably why I got my raise and everything because everybody pays a little bit more to stay there. And then everybody gets mad when they're fired, when they're doing crazy shit. And it's like, I don't know what you, I'm thinking in my head, I don't know what the hell you expected when you didn't do your damn job. I just go in and do my job. They want their damn food heated up. I heat up their food, and that's it. You know, they want to sit there and get crazy. I call them sparkles or this or that, and then they tell me to go f off, and and we move about our day. And I'm okay with them telling me to f off because you know what? When you get old, it's your prerogative. It honestly is. This is how I feel about life. I mean, to us, with the when you're going on the 90 to 100 club, which a lot of the residents are, Margarita, she's only like, I think 80, something like that. But when you're in the 90 to 100 club, it doesn't matter. They're going to tell your ass off, and it's okay. You should be expecting it at that point. Some of these age just be like, "Oh, I'm not going to take anybody disrespecting me." It's like shut the front door. What the hell are you going to do at 90? You're going to be telling someone off too. Don't even play, because they're grouchy. They're old. They got arthritis. They're on this medication where they're getting all these different side effects. That's why I try to stick with all my supplements. Supplements are the way of the world. I take a lot of fish oil. I hear it's good for men too. It's supposed to be good for your sex drive, but it is good for youthfulness and a lot of stuff. So, but I like my little mushroom thing with the lion's mane and stuff. That's nice too. I got that coming. I've just been drinking my mushroom coffee until that comes in because I ordered that on Amazon. I actually tried to trim my order down, but it still ended up $250. I'm always ordering at Amazon. But I'm actually going to the store for posters. I'm gonna have my brother bring me to the dollar store for that or somewhere. But I do have a lot of little posters around here. I don't know. This is not bad. Maybe I am getting better. Maybe all the psychopaths at my work have a point about this. And they do get to be psychopaths a lot. They wonder why I don't go to work Monday through Thursday. This is why. I rather work 4 extra hours for 2 days in an 8-hour shift and keep my health insurance. Because having jaw surgery and everything else, you need that. You don't like packed stores. Yeah. Oh, you like it? Maybe I am getting better. This is what Sharon told me, the famous artist. She said that I'm going to be getting better. She owned a whole store with her sister, and her son are worth like $1 million. So maybe they're right. And her husband's, on top of that, her husband's a writer. He was telling me about helping me for getting all this stuff published for my book too. But his publisher was in Florida. Then they had a whole big natural disaster. I'm like, God just doesn't like me this week. I was thinking to myself. I finally found someone that can help me with Lily in the Darkness, and a whole natural effing a disaster happens in the world. That's where I'm at with all this. But maybe soon. I'm getting there. I mean, we got this whole tariff war going on, so everything went up. Everything. I have a lot of clothes. A lot. I have a whole back room full of clothes, so I'm not even worried about going to the store for that. I have over 500 shirts, and this is not a lie. The only in my rich ass son will probably buy me a dress and parade me around like a show pony, so I'm not even buying that. And he will. This is what my family does. But at least they're not trying to torture me. They're trying to torture me with all this other stuff. But that's the way the world is. I don't know. There's a lot of people going to be there. A lot. I've never heard of a baby shower that was $10,000. Never heard of that bullshit. Maybe they'll buy them to a house too while they at it. Then he's sitting there talking about all this raise and money he got. I don't give a damn about his money. I've told him this. And then around Christmas time brings me fancy incense stuff. My son's bougie, my older son. My younger son, he's like a daredevil. He showed me pictures of, because we have a friend that owns a barbershop, and when me and my first husband broke up, I just asked him to look over Zach a little bit and help me out with Zach, and he said that he would. And then there's pictures of him with those little rollaway chairs, of him going down a hill and falling down a hill with a chair, and he's the one that wanted to do it. And then he got an eagle because he climbed a cliff. He's the daredevil. It is. Oh, it is. My son's bougie. He's a bougie ass. That's what he is. The other one's a daredevil, and he's bougie. And then I told him, I was like, well, Zach can be there. I go to Brandon. And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I'm going to sit over there with Zach. And her bougie ass family could go be on the other side. Then they got professional photographers coming. And I was like, and then they want me to have a hair person and this and that. And he'll buy me hair things. It's crazy. He'll buy me, like, he's the one that bought me this headband. And he bought me a bunch of yoga pants around COVID. He's like a hair and outfit person too. He's crazy. And I told him, I was like, well, I already done lost weight and I'm already on camera any damn way. I hope so. If I don't if I don't go off my own self or try to take one of them out with me, because they can be awfully damn pretentious up in that group. I can't stand his wife. She's too much. His wife's family got $1 billion house. On top of that. And then they told me they got all these people making all this food. And I think their baby shower is going to be better than most people's weddings. Some kind of filet mignon bullshit and all that other stuff. And I told Brandon, I don't even eat steak. It's crazy. They got a professional band coming, and her one aunt has a photography studio, and she wants everybody looking a certain way, and it's just like, I told Brandon I don't feel like being pranced around like a show pony. Got a whole damn argument. Then he wanted my mom's rug, and my mom's dead, and it's like, no, I watched her make that before she died. And then he said he still wanted it. And I told him he going to get it after I die, and I'm living till I'm 100. And then he's sitting there and said, well, he'll have Alzheimer's. I said, well, then I'll still be taking care of you because I'll probably still be fine. We always get these arguments. Brandon always tells me I'm not going to be in a nursing home because I'm going to be, he's going to be taking care of me. I'll be taking care of him. Because that's how nurses are when they get older. You've been in the medical field. We have retired nurses, and we got this lady, Dottie. She's cute as hell. She used to be a DON, and she'll go around feeding people. And she's like super nice, and she's always helping out the residents. And she's a resident herself, and she's like 90-some years old. So scoots around her wheelchair, and she'll go feed her, and she'll start feeding people. But that's how we are. So I told Braden I'll be helping him. I said, he works so damn much, his ass is gonna there. Yeah, you can have a reading. At least I got a Mickey done for this. I got a whole Disney collection I gotta do, so. And I gotta start working on the stuff for the baby's room, because Brandon's demanding a really good picture for the baby's room. He's a crazy bougie ass. That's what he is. Sometimes I can't stand him. I love him, but I can't stand him at the same time. And the crazy thing is when I put AI video, I love Snapchat, and when they have the things where like they have the man filters, and they already give me the packages, and me as a man looks exactly like Brandon. Exactly like Brandon. AI. And then I was showing my younger son, Zach, and he was like, I can't look at it, Pop. I was like, it looks just like Brandon. And he just like, that's creepy. Chong, we're going to go out again, okay? I promise we're going to go out. Right after this reading, we're going outside, okay? I can't help it that other dog was off leash. I can't stand Butch and his dog. On top of that, I can't try and take Chong out for a full walk, and this damn dog that's supposed to be on leash, he just walking around like it's nobody's business with his owner. It's been a day. Alright. Are they doing fine without me at work, or do they miss me? So you want to know how your workplace is going. Baddie or Maddie? Something. Is this a workplace reading where you want to know how your work's going? I'm thinking that that's the way I'm seeing it. Okay, baddie. Or body? I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'm not the best at pronouncing every name in the world. I try to be good at pronunciation, but sometimes I'm not. especially when you have the different names and stuff. All right, your workplace reading is in Blue Moon, and this just means it's a good, happy thing where anything, good things are happening. It's just believing in good things and impossible things, but it's a very positive thing, and that's where the energy is. So no, I don't see anybody angry with you, and that's just surrounded by a new moon in Cancer about you and loved ones. So, and then you got a full moon in Gemini, and this just talks about answers, but I don't see anything negative here. I think they do miss you. I know my work misses me. They wish I lived there. My DON said that she would let me and Chong have our own room. So I get it, but yeah, they do miss you. If you're a good worker, they always miss you, and they always want you to stay. I don't care if you're medical or not. These days after COVID, everybody got lazy. Every single person got lazy in the world. I don't know what the hell happened, especially here in America. Everybody got lazy. I never got damn break. I had the National Guards coming and telling me I had to work. Yeah, he's ready. He's already looking at the camera. We had to deal with Dutch and Dutch. And I'm not worried about Dutch hurting Chong, but because Chong's bigger than him, because Chong's like 180 pounds. But he thinks his dog's badass. My dog literally mounted him and threw him on the ground the one day when because he was trying to come near us. And he gave me a look. I was like, "You have him off leash. My dog is all the way on leash." So he just looks at me and goes the other way because my dog literally outpowers him in 2 seconds. But that's that German Shepherd pit bull mix in him. My dog doesn't put up with bullshit. But that's my Chong. You love him or hate him for it. He's a very sweet dog though. He greeted our neighbor. He came out there and I told him, "No, you got muddy paws," and he just loves my neighbor. And I told her he's friendly, and he was sniffing her bags. And then he licked her hand before she went to there. Before she went to work. He's like Clifford. Oh yeah, Chong gets into it. If somebody gets too close to me, he's very protective. I've had him since he was 2 months old. I was the one when he was throwing up worms, because he had worms that was almost to his lungs because he was not being fed. He was the run of the litter, and he literally is 180 pounds, so he's not small. His brother, another nurse that I work with, adopted his twin brother, and they look almost exactly alike, and they're around the same. But his twin brother Hades, he was digging up cement where she was at her house, and I was like, Chong doesn't do none of that. He doesn't bother any of my paints or anything. I don't lock him up. I just go to work. Yeah, he's healthy now. Yeah, he is very good and healthy. But I told her that Hades just needed to go to training because I worked with Chong when Chong would try to bite or anything, and that was I got into it with Chong and I made him go in a cage. I don't think I'm going on TikTok today. It's probably when I get back for Chong, since I don't have to work tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. Probably like in an hour or two. I'm going to try to finish off a Disney selection because my work's being ridiculous, wanting all these paintings from me. And I love these guys. I've worked with them for years, but they don't want to go to the store for paintings. They want Chong the dog ones. That's it. So, but yeah, probably an hour or two. Because TikTok I like to do every once in a while because my niece Jessie's always over there, and she jumps in my stream. I got a couple of nieces from my other marriage that are on TikTok, and they still call me Aunt Michelle. So I go there to go bother them sometimes over there. And they think it's cool, so they tell everybody Auntie Michelle's on live stream. And I tell them, laugh out loud, they could go on YouTube. And they just said they don't usually go on YouTube. And I go, y'all go there to listen to music. I'm over here watching Nova and Barnacle videos. I mean, I'd rather a lot of times listen to videos here than on TikTok. I don't know if they're real or not real. Sometimes I don't know exactly if they're real here, but over there's a chance it might not be real at all. Because they don't ask about altered content or anything. And I don't know, sometimes you get a bunch of crazy over there, but I'm used to a bunch of crazy because I work with a bunch of crazy, so. But I'm not going on TikTok today. I'm not. They had their day yesterday. I made Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh over there. Maybe tomorrow I might go over there and see what my nieces and nephews are up to. Well, yeah, that's what people got to do. I spied them. I still can't get on Facebook. I have 6 Facebook groups. Since the whole hacking incident, Google won't let me in there. I got Google security, and I do recommend Google security because money in my account did not get touched. My information did not get tampered with at all. It just left me with no access to Instagram and Facebook, both. So I think it's the same person that owns Facebook owns Instagram. But somehow they must not own Snapchat because I can get in Snapchat still and TikTok. And I can share my Google videos over to TikTok. And there's a lot of places I can't share my Google videos because Google won't let me. It's insane. I don't know. I just honestly, they know more than me, so I just go with it. Sometimes it's better to go with it. All right, I'm gonna go let my friend out because Mr. Chong probably has to poop again, and then he's gonna probably want to go to the park, and then I have to give him a bed bath when he gets home because he's gonna have. And I usually take Dove soap and wash him off because he's gonna have a bunch of mud on him. Yesterday, we both came back with mud. So, but I'll be back today. It's not a TikTok day. Yesterday was a TikTok and YouTube day. Today's just going to be YouTube. And I will see you guys in about 2 hours. And thank you for listening. And if I got subscriptions, thank you too.